Hey everyone, this is some nerdy guy back again with another video and a new year, and it's gonna be great. I know I'm kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus there. I uploaded my last video in like October, I want to say, and I was like, oh yeah guys, next video come pretty soon, and then I just kind of got lazy with it, and then holidays started rolling around and busy and work and all the X, Y, and Z, every excuse in the book. But I am back here today, and I'm going to do the video that I said I was going to do, where I was going to show what I picked up while I was in Florida earlier this year, which was only a couple things, not anything to warrant its own video, which I think I discussed that in the last video. So I'm combining it with the little mini road trip I also went on with a couple of my friends of mine. We still kept within the same state, but just went farther out to places I've never been to. So I'm just going to combine those two here. So first thing, I guess, is I'll show some footage of some of the stores I went to while I was in Florida. So the stores that we did find were really, really cool. Some better than others. One of them was actually inside of a mall, which we thought was like completely abandoned. It looked like super run down on the outside, but when we got, I guess we were on the opposite side of the parking lot or something, because when we walked inside, there were tons of people. There was a lot of stuff going on, lots of stores open. It wasn't like a run down mall. It seemed like a pretty lively, like a lot of people still go there. But one of the I think it was the store in the mall, was the one that we found that sold a lot of repros, which is, whatever. If people want to buy repros, that's whatever. But they weren't like labeled as repros, which was kind of suspect a little bit, but it's whatever. But just nothing for us. We didn't find anything there. But the things that I did find, I found for pretty cheap. Like I said, I only got 3 games while I was down there, so I didn't think an entire video of just me picking up 3 games was not worth it. But I did get Twisted Metal on the PS3. It's just one I happen to not have yet. And I kind of figured that the Twisted Metal series was probably going to spike in popularity due to the show on Peacock that came out. I'm pretty sure it was on Peacock. And I was like, man, I forgot I haven't picked this one up yet, so I'm just gonna get it. And I got it for like $10, I think, which I think this game is still worth at least like 20. So I got a pretty good deal on that. And then the other one, same deal. I got it for less than $20, and I think this is about a $20 game, if not a little bit more than that. But that is River King, A Wonderful Journey. I've never played any of the River King games. I know it's a lot like Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons, whatever you want to call it, but it's centered around like fishing derby or whatever. I don't know. I just liked how the characters looked and everything. Very reminiscent of Harvest Moon, which I do like. So I'm excited to play that. So there's that one. And then the last one, which I think was the best deal, was I got Samurai Showdown for the PS4. I have not been able to find this game anywhere. Any GameStop I go to, any other used game store near me, or even some of the ones I went to on this road trip, I was not able to find this game. And I knew it was starting to get a little bit hard to find, so I was like, man, I really want to find it. I wanted to get it for the Switch, which is like the more rare one, and of course I like collecting for the Switch, but I definitely just wanted to have it, so I got it for $18, I want to say, and it was around, I think it's worth around like 35, 40-ish now, so pretty cool, good pickup in my opinion. So yeah, that was, like I said, that's all I got in Florida, so I'm going to combine some things together. Before I do the stuff I picked up on my little gaming road trip, I'm going to show some of the stuff I got from this gaming convention that I went to with a friend of mine. And because I wanted to film there and I didn't, just because, I don't know, I felt awkward. And I knew other people were filming too, but I just, you know, it was whatever. I did meet Nintendrew though, which was pretty cool. He was a cool guy. Very nice, very kind. I was like, didn't want to bother him though, even though there was nobody at his table and he looked bored. I felt bad. I was like, but I don't know if I want to go up there and bother. I'm super weird about that stuff, but I'm pretty sure I haven't shown any of this. So if I did, I'm sorry. But the first two things I got, these are just the boxes, but I got Tetris DX and then Mario vs. Donkey Kong. And I got both of these for only 15 bucks. And I have the cartridges for both of them. So almost, well, and this one I think had the manual. Yeah, this one had like the insert part, like the cardboard insert and the manual too. So yeah, now I got a complete copy of this and I just need a manual to go with this one and they will be complete. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then keeping with the Game Boy Advance theme, this was the best deal I found at the whole thing. But the, Lady Sia. I almost said Legend of Sia. But this one still has the seal on it, which is crazy. It is not sealed because it has clearly been opened and played and everything like that. But it's cool that the plastic was still kept on it. But I got this for only 35 bucks. And I thought that was a great deal, considering I think this game complete is like 80-ish, maybe. So yeah, I was very, very excited about that. And then, let's gonna see here. Sorry, I'm kind of like fiddling through because I did not keep these like in order, in any sort of order. But yeah, this one was also cool. It was just one for the PS2 collection that I didn't have yet, and it was from the same table that I got Lady Sia from. But that is Magic Penguin. And it's just a game that I always see on not top 10 lists, but like obscure game on PS2 list kind of thing. So got this one for a really good deal too, because I bundled some stuff together. And yeah, so, and this one is complete as well. Very good shape and everything. So yeah. And then, yeah, I think that was all I got from that convention too. I didn't get a whole lot. I did get some like figures. I got a couple Mario figures that I needed because I sometimes collect the Jakks Pacific ones every once in a while if there's like different characters that I want. I don't think I picked these up at any particular time, but these were just ones that I've gotten recently. These are just a handful of DS games. Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, picked it up at GameStop for only like 10 bucks. Pokemon Dash, I believe this one came from GameStop as well. They just randomly got a trade-in of some of that stuff, and like before they shipped it out, they let me, because I guess for their retro stuff, not every store is allowed to keep the retro there, so they have to ship it out, but I was just there at the right time. Contact, which this is a game I've really, really been wanting to try out. It's got a weird like poop stain right here. I don't know what that's about really, but you know, because I know that's not part of the cover. But this game I have heard that has been compared to Earthbound, and Earthbound is one of my favorite games of all time. So I definitely want to give this one a shot. And then this one has a story to it. I got Fossil Fighter, and I got this game because I had a $20 off coupon on Mercari for like listing a bunch of stuff on like for sale. So if he did up to like 20 items or something, he got the $20 voucher or whatever. And somebody had marked this down from $35 to only $22. So between shipping and then the coupon, I only paid like $6 in total for Fossil Fighter. And I was like, yes, that's awesome. Great deal. That's more of a steal than a deal, if anything. And then the guy never sent it. And I was like, okay, well, stuff happens. So I messaged him. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. My son had like an asthma attack. I was like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it. Just like send it out whenever you can. He's like, yeah, I can send it out tomorrow. Great. Another month went by. I didn't hear anything. But I still left it open. Like I didn't cancel the order. I didn't try to get my money back because it was only going to be $2 and I would have missed out on my voucher. I'm like, maybe eventually he'll send it. And lo and behold, he just randomly sent it out one day. He's just like, okay, finally ready. Didn't message me, didn't whatever, just randomly sent it. So at least I got it. That's all that matters. So got Fossil Fighter. Okay, so yeah, the next bit is the stuff that I picked up when I was on my little mini road trip with my friends, and I did get at least 2 pretty good heavy hitters. So I'll play some of the footage of some of the stores we went to. And yeah. So some of those stores were really cool. There was one that was also inside of a mall that we found. And this one is a very rundown mall. It's not very lively. It's a big mall, but just like half the stores are closed. There's a movie theater in there, which was kind of cool. But there's 2 video game stores, which I thought was very strange that they both are able to coexist in the same mall. You would think people would pick one over the other and then one would go out, but they seem to do pretty well. I guess the one is more geared towards comic books and toys, but they happen to have a lot of video game stuff there, which is the one that's got like, I think I took some footage of it. At least I hope I did. Like all their whole store is like decorated. Like they have like a whole Mario scene where they had blocks and stuff hanging from the ceiling. You can see like Mario plushies, like they're running across and stuff. Just pretty cool setup. I really liked it. So in no particular order of like what stores I got them from, except for one. I'll save this one for last because that's like the best one. But I ended up getting Fable Anniversary. This was only $8, and I know that it's a bit more than that because I've wanted to get this, and for whatever reason, I always think that like Xbox 360 stuff is usually pretty common. So I'm like, I'll find it for cheaper. I'm not going to pay that right now. I'll wait. And then finally it paid off. And then this one, I'll be honest, I can't remember if I ordered this online or if I got it at the store, because I remember this was one of the games I was actively looking for, but I don't remember if I found it at the store, but I haven't showed it here yet. But it's the Bomberman game on the 360 that's super terrible, but it's just one of those things which I know other collectors try to do the same, so I guess I shouldn't really feel like guilty about it. Not guilt, but I don't know what other word to use. But trying to get ahead of the curve before the Xbox 360 store like shuts down. So like I think it's shutting down in April or something like that. So like FOMO happens and then everybody bum rushes to try to get every Xbox 360 exclusive, blah, 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 blah. So I'm trying to get them while they're dirt cheap, because they are games I want to play, and they're games that I wanted as a kid that I never got, because on the 360 I kind of got into it late, and there were only a handful of games I even knew about, and when I found out about the other ones, like I wasn't really playing the Xbox, just like, you know, life happens, whatever. Another case of that same scenario, I got Up. This was only $3, so I was like, yeah, for $3, it's like a 3D platforming game. Why not? Be pretty cool. I'm always down to try new ones of those. These ones I have like the most interest in, and I think this is the only one I have, to be honest, but it's the Xbox 360 Arcade Pack. And I think these are super cool, especially like for when that happens, when the 360 store goes away. Like, this is the only way you'll be able to play these, besides like emulation, of course. But, you know, I wish they would have done more of these, because this is really, really cool. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's other ports of these that are better, possibly. I don't know. I just thought this was such a cool thing. Even back in the day, whenever when I was playing my Xbox 360, I always liked the Xbox Live Arcade stuff. And then this was the heavy hitter that I got from that store, with the cool decoration and setup and everything. And he gave me a pretty good deal on it, because we looked at, you know, sold listings, and this was the second time I've been to this store, and this game happened to be there that second time, like the last time and this time. So those were like within a year of each other, and this game was still sitting. So I'm like, think you can maybe like cut the price a little bit, because it's been sitting for a while, blah, blah, blah. And he was super cool about it, and we worked out a deal. But that is Operation Darkness for the Xbox 360. This was like one of the only heavy hitter games that I was really wanting to get. But it's like a Valkyria Chronicles, Fire Emblem. It's a tactical strategy RPG. So I thought that was really cool. It takes place in World War II, as you can see. So yeah, I was happy to get that. And then the very last game, is one that I have been wanting for ages, and I don't know why I never just bought it before it skyrocketed, because I remember hearing about this game forever ago, and I just, for whatever reason, maybe I just wasn't like quite into the PS2 yet, wasn't really collecting for it, so I just kind of like, I'll just get it whenever. And then all of a sudden the price went and just like exploded. It's not like the most expensive PS2 game, but for me, I thought, knowing that I could have got it cheaper and seeing how high it is now, it was like a big deal to me. But that is Mr. Mosquito for the PS2. And this is such a goofy game, but I love it. You're just playing as your little mosquito guy. Look at him. I love little mosquito guy. So yeah, I was very happy to get this one. There's a store called Stone Age Gamer, which is the same Stone Age Gamer that sells the EverDrives and things like that, and the modded consoles, and they're really cool. But it's just not for me. I'm not really into all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they had this, and I had a couple like random Japanese import games that I wanted to trade in, and I got like $20 or $30 trade credit towards it, so I got it for a pretty good deal. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, that concludes this video. So it's finally here, finally did it, even though it was not a hard video to make. I just was being super lazy. But I do have another one coming, because I've been wanting to do I was trying to call the series, I guess, Findings from Japan, and I got some stuff from Japan, and I was got one of the packages, and I had one more that I was waiting on, and it finally showed up, so I will be able to do that. So that'll be probably my next video. And I have a bunch of limited run stuff, but every time I go to want to make another limited run video, I remember that I didn't make this, and then I also remember that, or I didn't remember, but anytime I'd go to make the video, I'd get a notification, hey, this package is on the way. I'm like, well, I'll probably wait till that gets here. And that one will show up, and like, oh, we got another one coming. I was like, why are they shipping everything at the same time? Stop it. So yeah, limited run video will come pretty soon. And yeah, so if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until the next one, see ya.